is up, YouTube? Today is March 14, 2016. My name is KB Cooper, and this is Project Forge, bringing you what's on the radar for this week. First, let me start off by saying thank you for all the feedback that we got on the last video, whether it was Nerdy Sean giving me music suggestions, or people giving me personal feedback on the topics that we brought up, and the structures in which we put into the video. I really appreciate that, and we did adapt. And with that said, I made sure to insert music for you this time, Sean. Oh wait, you needed subtle music? Here, let me change that real quick. Without further ado, let's get into the games that are coming out this week. To start out the list this week, we have Sheltered, a strategy game where you're set with the task of keeping your family alive in a post-apocalyptic and desolate era. Sheltered is a deep and emotional survival management game, but think Fallout Shelter, but without the 50s music that takes away the edge of realism. Sheltered has also been an early access game for some time now on Steam and PC, and will follow a similar structure on the Xbox One via the game's preview program. It also releases on PS4, but to my knowledge, there's no preview program on the Sony side of things. I'm interested to see how dark this game can get and the emotional resource management that can exist outside of just necessities to survive. Sheltered will be available on Tuesday, March 15th. Following up Sheltered, we have EA Sports UFC 2. Also releasing on Tuesday, it's aiming to innovate with stunning character likeness and animation, adding in a new knockout physics system and authentic gameplay feature, as well as inviting all fighters to step back into the octagon to experience the thrill of finishing the fight. Wait, finishing the fight? Is Master Chief in this game? What do you mean he's not in this game? They stole his catchphrase and didn't even put him in the game? What the is this? I'm out. UFC. But no, really, UFC's original release brought me maybe the funniest video I've ever seen in some time, and I'll put that in the annotations here. But I thought it was worth an honorable mention, as fans of Project Forge like Saw's Law, aka Cody Scott, wouldn't let me live it down if I didn't say anything about it. Speaking of that, if you guys would like to see some UFC content, let me know and I'll let Bay know to start churning out the videos for you. And last but by no means least is Pokken Tournament, which is finally giving me a reason to want to buy a Wii U. Seriously, Nintendo? It took you this long? For those of you who don't know, Pokken Tournament combines gameplay elements from Bandai Namco's Tekken series with characters from the Pokemon franchise. It provides a nice nostalgic look from the Pokemon Stadium days, but is a fighter versus turn-by-turn playstyle aimed at all skill levels in the genre. I can't wait to get my hands on this game, but I will have to get a Wii U first, though part of me wants to see if Nintendo's next piece of hardware will be backwards compatible before making that purchase. Nonetheless, Pokken Tournament is an amazing looking game for fans of fighters, Pokemon, and Tekken alike. This game will release this Friday, the 18th. Moving on to the news segment of On the Radar, something pretty big happened in the gaming world today that I'd like to discuss. In an open letter from Chris Charla, director of ID at Xbox, specific updates were addressed such as mono game support, continuing the growth of games previews, and creating a sustainable marketplace. But the one that everyone in the gaming world should pay attention to is cross-network play. Chris writes, quote, "In addition to natively supporting cross-platform play between Xbox One and Windows 10 games that use Xbox Live, we're enabling developers to support cross-network play as well. This means players on Xbox One and Windows 10 using Xbox Live will be able to connect with players on different online multiplayer networks, including other consoles and PC networks." Now, what this means is pretty huge for the future of gaming, but to make it easier to understand, let's use Rocket League as an example. As of right now, Rocket League allows players on PC and PS4 to play together, but not on Xbox One. This is not something that Rocket League had a say in though, but now that Xbox is unlocking the ability to connect cross-network, Rocket League will be adding support later this spring. That could mean, and granted, I'm no networking expert or game engineer, but this could mean that in the future, we could all be connected in some way on some of our favorite titles, like maybe a multiplayer-only variation of Call of Duty, or Destiny 2.0, whenever or whatever that may be, and we could all exist within one world with our characters on all of our platforms. Now, that's a little far-fetched, but this opens the door to the conversation to be had. I do want to note that though Microsoft is allowing for this, it's the developer's choice to implement it, which could mean that there will be no back-end support from Microsoft on this feature, and developers would likely have to dedicate servers and support from my understanding. Also, to add this this is Xbox's choice, but there is no confirmation from Sony or Nintendo whether their platforms would support such a feature as well going forward on the console side. Granted, like I said at the beginning, Rocket League does allow PS4 and PC players to both compete within the same network, so we'll see what happens with Sony. It's their play. What do you guys think about a more connected gaming space? Do you think this is the start of a transition to PC-only games where Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft stick to creating software and experiences? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Last thing I wanted to mention is that this past weekend I was a volunteer for Gamers Outreach that hosted Gamers for Giving 2016 in Ann Arbor, Michigan. For those of you who didn't know what Gamers Outreach is, it's a non-profit organization focused on helping others level up. The main focus right now is building go-karts, which are portable gaming stations in hospitals that allow kids to feel connected and normal at their worst of times. Gamers Outreach and the people that I have met through that process have been some of the most influential people in my competitive gaming and YouTube focused careers, but also allowing me to make changes in people's lives through the organization. I'm happy to say that out of our 100K fundraising goal this year on the website, we got 120K of that. And there's still more coming before we get a final number. I just wanted to personally thank everyone who attended, helped, and partnered with us to make this happen. I can honestly say that I've never been more proud of a room full of gamers. And with that said, if you like this video, please comment, like, subscribe, buy it, break it, share it. I don't care as long as you do something with it. If you'd like to support Project Forge further, please check out our donations button in the top right-hand corner of this video. And if you'd like to learn more about Gamers Outreach, check the description or feel free to check out the videos annotated right now. My name's KB Cooper, and I'm out. Peace.